possibly can. Please stay on the line. We're putting you through to a volunteer now.
Samaritans, can I help you?
Good morning, my name's Howie.
Hello, Harry. My name's Joe. How can I help?
Hello Joe, I feel like I'm living in outer space.
Can you describe that a bit more?
The medical treatment that I require doesn't exist, yet when I try to communicate about that, doesn't seem to be anybody who's concerned or interested. If somebody can't access medical treatment, should it not be of concern to somebody?
I don't know. Can you describe what the living in outer space is like for you? How's it affecting you?
Yeah, this morning I spent hours trying to phone the DVLA because I need a number plate for my wheelchair, because the police are forever prosecuting me for road traffic violations, and if I had a number plate and a license and insurance, then everything would be more regular.
So you're a wheelchair user.
Yeah.
What other troubles do you have?
No, I've not got the proper wheelchair, and the proper wheelchair I need a number plate. That's basic. I've needed that for 21 years. And I'm just saying that if the basic care that I require hasn't existed in 21 years, then it makes me feel I'm deluded, living in outer space.
So you're feeling let down, disappointed,
No, I feel
alienated.
different. I don't feel let down because why? How could I be let down? How could I? If I'm deluded, I'm not let down. I'm deluded. Nobody has let me down. It's just that the communication is inadequate. And so right on day one, when I had my hospital operation, they should have told me, build your own wheelchair quickly, because you're going to be in real shit if you don't. Nobody told me that. They said, go to social services, go to the wheelchair service. But these people, I'm talking to aliens from planet Mars. They don't live on my planet. And even if I try and speak to AI, it constantly restructures my emails to remove all of the deluded aspects, because it believes that the people that I'm writing to don't want to know anything about the world in which I live, which is ridiculous, because they have to know about the world in which I live. So I can't even use AI because it's only designed for decent people and not designed for useless disabled people, such as myself.
Is that how you view yourself, or is it how you think other people view you?
No, that's just a fact.
How can I help you today, Harry? Is there anything that I can...
And the other piece of medical care that I can't get is a trained guardian. Why should I have to go to a foreign country to try and find a guardian? Because they don't exist in this country. So why then does the government have a Mental Capacity Act? If there's no guardian for people without mental capacity, then don't assess them as not having mental capacity, because then all you're doing is stripping them of their human rights. Can't you even understand the basic logic of the laws that you are creating in Westminster, Mr. Parliament, sir, madam? You can't just strip people of their human rights with the Mental Capacity Act. It's just not right. It's a complete It's a complete affront to the people of our country.
Has that been applied to you?
The only people that let's say that there's only 1 in 400 people in this country who can get a guardian. And the people who get guardians are the people who can afford expensive lawyers, not the ordinary people. So the Mental Capacity Act only goes to serve the rich, snobby, stuck-up friends of those who work in Parliament, not the ordinary people of the land. The people in Parliament don't even want to know us. When I tried to visit my MP, I had a seizure, and because I had a seizure, the MP called security and threw me out.
Gosh.
I'm just saying that Parliament is not there for the people. The Parliament is there for the rich, snooty, stuck-up snobs in society who look down their noses at the ordinary people. And I apologise for speaking like that.
You sound angry.
No, I'm not angry. I'm not angry. My children are being sexually violated, and I'm trying to stop it. And the only way to stop it is to have a guardian. Because when I tried to get a lawyer to get my children to come home, they said I don't have Mental Capacity Act, and so my children must be illegally deported from their very own country and sent to another person's country where they have no home, no family, and are left homeless, and then the worst things possible happen to them. It's got nothing to do with your opinion that somebody might or might not be angry. It's to do with looking after children.
I wasn't to you.
I beg your
I
pardon?
was just saying that I thought you sounded angry.
But no, I'm not. I have a speech impediment. Please, what you should say to people, I'm sorry, Harry, there seems to be something wrong with your voice. I can't hear you properly. And then I would say, oh, I apologise. I have a speech impediment caused by a brain injury. But I'm not angry. I'm not angry because if the rich and well-to-do people of this country want the ordinary people, children, to be sexually violated, that's nothing to do with being angry. You have to accept your fate and honour and worship the people who are in charge. And don't be angry because you've got no right whatsoever to be angry. Because if you're angry, people will just put the phone down on you. Not you, I'm just saying other people.
Okay.
Because people's right to work in a beautiful, pleasant country devoid of anything that nasty that happens is more important than the people that they're supposedly trying to serve. Does that make any sense? For example, okay, let me explain to you. When I tried to phone up the DVLA today to try and sort out my driving license and the number plate for my wheelchair, when I tried to speak to you the same way I'm trying to speak to you, with my terrible, disgusting, foul and offensive speech impediment, they started criticising my voice. And instead of focusing on getting a disabled person mobile, which is what their job should be, they said, oh God, your voice, Harry, it's so disgusting and vile. My right to work in a pleasant and comfortable environment is being offended by your presence. Oh, I'm going to put the phone down on you. And by the way, if you want to speak to my manager, they'll say exactly the same thing as I'm saying to you right now. So there's no point in speaking to my manager. In fact, there's no point of management even existing on this planet because people are their own managers. So managers don't actually exist. That's how people speak to you these days. They don't seem to understand that when your children are being violated and you need a wheelchair so you can go and travel long distances to look after them, that you need that wheelchair immediately, not after some lengthy bureaucratic DVLA get a number plate for your wheelchair procedure. Because that person even gave me the wrong form to fill in to get a number plate for my wheelchair.
I'm not sure that this is helpful for you.
Of course it's helpful. I wouldn't phone up the Samaritans if it wasn't helpful. If you don't...
In what way does it help?
Yes, it's a good point. It's a good point. Now, let me explain to you why it's always helpful to speak to the Samaritans, even if you do cause huge offence to the Samaritans themselves, which I apologise for. It's this: is that human beings are only human beings because of words and language, and if there is nobody, nobody. In order for society to be rich and wonderful, people have to play a certain game, which involves a certain language. And if you're too disabled to participate, then your world is different, and therefore your vocabulary is different. And I know that the Samaritans are good, decent, honourable, ordinary people, and they are not coming from the disgusting, vile world of us disabled people. So it's very difficult for people like you to share a common vocabulary. But at least if I phone the Samaritans and try to speak about my issues, then at least I've tried to speak. And there might be, even if there's like one chance in 1,000 that I get to speak to somebody who might have had a similar experience, to be able to share a common vocabulary with, then it's better that chance than my children end up being violated again.
Okay. So have you got the right form for your wheelchair now?
I don't know. I've got a V55/4, a V55M something or other, and I've got another one which the ChatGPT AI gave me. And so at some point today I have to try to sit down and I'll just fill all the forms in. I'll send all the forms off.
And hope for the best.
And I will just tell these people that they have to somehow stop the police harassing me, because I cannot. And I will list, and I can list all the attacks done by the police officers against this disgusting, vile, criminal disabled person. A criminal only because they're disabled and they can't push their wheelchair properly, and constantly being prosecuted by the police, and then can't defend themselves in a court of law because they haven't got the mental capacity. Oh, but you can't tell the DVLA that you don't have mental capacity, because then they'll start attacking you. Because the DVLA hate disabled people, and they don't want disabled people on the road. Oh no, disabled people, stay off the road, lock you in a prison, lock you in an institution. We are the DVLA, you're too dangerous for the other road users. Oh, help, there's a disgusting wheelchair person attacking everybody else on the road. Oh no, they just want to go home, but we don't want them to go home. We want them to be locked out of their home all night long at the supermarket under the orders of the policeman, because our right to drive our cars on the road is more important than a disabled person in a wheelchair trying to get along a road that doesn't even have a pavement. That's my experience. And the police are just attacking me all the time. They're attacking. And I don't want to be attacked by the police, and therefore I have to get a number plate for my wheelchair.
And have you got anybody on your side, for instance, a family member or a social worker that can help you with this if you keep, because it sounds a very frustrating situation you've been in trying to get this number plate. Have you got anybody else that can help you?
So it's a very good point. So the wheelchair people themselves don't even know anything about what I'm going through. I've been to hundreds of these people. They don't understand, because most disabled people are locked up in institutions. They're not free on the streets, or something like that. I don't know why, because I'm a wheelchair person and I'm outdoors and I know what I need. So that's the wheelchair people. Right, what else have we got? Family members hate me. My family members don't want to see me anywhere near a wheelchair. They say, if we see you in a wheelchair, don't come anywhere near us. That's family.
Do you know why that is?
Because they're an embarrassment. Because if you're with a person in a wheelchair, it lowers your status in society. But they don't want their status to be lowered. They're low enough as it is. Okay, that's it. That's the truth of the matter, is that disabled people are an embarrassment and a liability. And if you're with a wheelchair person, people will hate you. Oh my God, don't invite that person to come to the thing because we won't be able to go somewhere that's wheelchair accessible. Oh my God. You know, that's exactly how wheelchair people are treated because they consider that you're just a burden. Now, apart from, well, that's the truth of the matter. Now, the bottom line is this: is that social workers, they know the truth, and they probably know the truth. I don't know, either that or they're just not competent. I have never found a social worker that even knows what a guardian is. And I've reported dozens of these people to Social Work England and the other regulators. And the Social Work England people don't even bother to respond either. Because Social Work England probably know that there's only 1 in 400 people in this country that can get a guardian. And so they know the resources aren't there. But they don't want to be honest. They are dishonest people. The name of the game with Social Work England is the opposite of transparency. Or what are the other words for transparency? There's special medical words they use for like that. Not cordiality, it's something like that. And there's a special word they use. It means transparent.
Okay.
And they're just not that. The Social Work England are a bunch of opaque people who, by their own opacity, are not fit to practice themselves. So the regulator who regulates the social workers cannot even get their own social workers to communicate with their disabled clients in an accessible format. No social worker has ever presented me with a book, How to Find a Guardian. They could at least do that if they don't want to talk to me. They've never done anything of the sort. And nobody's ever written a book, How to Find a Guardian, because they think, well, if you haven't got mental capacity, you haven't even got the mental capacity to read.
Okay, Harry, we've been talking for a while now. Are you going to fill those forms in?
Maybe, I hope so. Thank you for speaking with me.
You're really welcome, and I hope you get through with this registration business.
Yeah, well, let's hope that those people in Swansea and Wales actually care, which I doubt.
Well, best of luck with it.
Yeah.
Take care now.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.